my god, you made a song just for TikTok?
You can come and watch me drink my morning coffee.
Jesus Christ! Zombies everywhere! Did you get bit? No, you? No! Brett?
Absolutely not.
Tie him up!
Whoa, what are you guys doing?
Brett, you got bit like 9 times.
Oh, come on, shaving accident.
I'm gonna kill him!
Okay, let's not panic. We don't know if he's a zombie yet. Yeah, it says here zombies forget major events from their life.
Brett, what did you do on prom night?
Got laid.
Oh, great. He doesn't remember shitting himself to the electric slide.
How could you forget that?
Oh, it says that zombies' humor regresses back to 2007.
My wife.
Dear God, Brett!
I am zombie, boss. Nah.
Okay, if he was a zombie, where is Fang?
That's a vampire.
Hey, guys, come on. If I was a zombie, could I do this?
Obviously!
Brett, you wouldn't mind if we, played some zombies, would you?
No, not at all.
You sure about that?
It says zombies are prone to premature ejaculation.
I'm not doing that.
Who's it gonna be, boys?
Oh!
Triple headshot!
You son of a bitch!
How about we just wait till full moon to see if he turns?
Those are werewolves! How are you not getting this?
Hey, girlie, long time no see. You guys take a chat? Oh, God. Zombies are prone to starting multi-level marketing schemes. I'll say it. It'll be pretty fun to ride him once his bottom half's a horse.
We're 3 years into this! How do you not know what a zombie is?
Okay, Brett's clearly a zombie. Who's gonna kill him?
I took the trash out last.
Those are not equal at all.
Fine. Together.
Wait. Before you do this, tell her I love her. My wife.
Can you recite at least 3 of your original Calvin Klein ad lines? Reading is to the mind what Calvins are to the body. I remember having to say it that way and thinking it was really funny. I've been Calvinized. You want to know what comes between me and my Calvins? Nothing. It was a rhetorical question. It wasn't there's nothing that comes between me and my Calvins. They always quoted it wrong. They didn't understand that these commercials were always so much smarter than anybody else thought they were.
So normally, I don't do this.
Neither do I. Normally, if a girl's not willing to come straight to my place, I don't bother.
Oh, well, see, I don't trust men like that.
Well, I don't trust bitches.
Do you have TikTok service in Africa? No, we don't have TikTok in Africa, but anytime we need anything entertaining to watch, we all just gather at the village square and watch the baby animals wrestle. Sometimes we watch baby goats and baby cows wrestle, and sometimes we also watch baby zebras and baby antelopes. And that's how we survive without TikTok in Africa. Yeah.
Hey neighbor, you need a jump? Go on, pop your hood. I'll top off your fluids too. Oh, no, I don't need a tip, but I'll give you a tip. St. Aloysius bar crawl. It's a winner. All right.
Oh.
After you.
No, go ahead.
Come on.
It's not a problem.
No, please.
I swear.
You know.
No, you're good.
Sure, Doc. 17 stitches sounds fine, but you know, if you only have 3 or 4, I'll make do. How'd I get here? I drove myself. I didn't want to burden anyone. I'll tell you this, I am feeling a little lightheaded though. Hey there.
Hi, do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior?
Yeah, I got time. Come on in, I'll get you a beer. Bill. How are you?
Hey, Charlie.
I got a little snow on your walk, so I'm just going to shovel it through.
I'd really prefer you didn't.
What's that, local anesthetic? Don't worry about it, Doc. I brought my own. Stitch me up, Doc. Can't go backing out like this, you know?
You really don't have to.
Yeah, no, sure do.
This is technically trespassing.
Don't forget to scrub where the sun don't shine.
I need to tell you, the end times are near.
Did the Vikings win a Super Bowl? Oh, hey, Diane, how are you? Got your Mo Bay Cafe order here, the jerk chicken. It is a little spicy, okay? Make sure you have yourself a nice big tall glass of milk. Joe, how are you? Hey, I brought your Celesta stuff. Looks like you got that chickpea stew. Diane, what's going on with your downspout, you silly goose? I'll help you out, okay? Brought your mail in. Do you want a pop? Mind if I have one too?
I insist. Go on.
My mom always told me, hold the door.
Oh, come on.
Oh, it's not gonna kill you.
Go ahead.
Get going.
You can scooch right past me.
Keep her moving. Not just for the garage floor. Might have scratched the pain a little, but it'll buff out. You know, you haven't shoveled this part of your walk. Why don't you let me take care of it quick? So anyway, you're gonna want to check your mail. There is a letter there from the IRS. I didn't open it because it's a federal offense and whatnot, but I did hold it up to the sun. I'm sorry to tell you, Joe, it's not looking good.
Use this to light your way.
Laminated and everything. I can't let you walk out of here empty-handed now. Use this to light your way.
Walleye.
Sirloin of the stream. One of God's greatest creatures right there. Personally, Joe, I don't think you should have to pay taxes either, but, you know, Uncle Sam says something different. Just like butter. Look at that. Shoot, Bill. Sorry, I did not see you standing there. You know, you blended into the bird feeder, and let me just dust you off there real quick. Yeah.
Please go.
Okay, yeah, sure. Come by later for old fashions if you want.
I won't.
Okay. You know, it's just, it might get below freezing tonight, and I just don't want you walking outside, hitting this patch, and going ass over tea kettle. Taylor, how are you? Hey, so I do confess I lost your 10mm, but I just went ahead and bought you a whole new socket set. Don't worry, it wasn't too expensive. I had a coupon. I'll let you go. And remember, IRS, they don't mess around. All right, bye. Voicemail. Jeez Louise, they must be biting. All right, I know what I gotta do. Tim, how are you?
Oh, sorry. Hey, I was catching perch.
I had a feeling. Brought you your food, tossed in some waxworms too. Careful though, they're in the same tub as your mac and cheese.
Okay.
I better get going, you know, unless you wanted to invite me to stay at all. So.
You want to fish?
Well, if you insist, I did actually have my pole on me, so I might as well just fish for a little bit. Can I see one of them waxworms?
You know, I actually missed my meeting.
What time is it? Oh, for crying out loud, I missed my meeting too.
Yeah, so,
Well, nice meeting you.
yeah, take care now.
All right.
Watch for deer.
Yeah, you watch out for deer too.
All right, take care now.
All right.
Lessons in not crossing a gay man. Y'all, this is a story of sweet revenge, bitch. So we've had an ice storm here in Austin, and the power went out on Wednesday, and we decided, because it was cold, to get a hotel for us and the dogs. And apparently a lot of people had that idea because the first place that we tried to go to was very busy. And there was one girl behind the desk taking phone calls, trying to get these reservations and check-ins and, like, answering questions. It was a mess, but not her fault. And there was this one man, I didn't hear what the situation was, but I did hear him call her a bitch. And she started crying, and he asked to see the manager. And then the manager comes out. And he doesn't ask the girl her side of the story, what happened. He only listens to this man and then turns to the girl and says, "Are you really so dumb that you can't even just take a simple fee off?" I said, "Ew, pretty sure we can solve the problem without calling the girl dumb." Like, she was literally crying. And he said, "Oh, well, my apologies, but she presents herself as an airhead, and as you can see, we're busy and we don't have time for this." I said, "Oh, well, look at the way you fucking present yourself. You look like you're playing dress up in your daddy's suit and you smell like Cheetos and Red Bull. Tell me you have a tanked credit score and you're still registered for Hustlers University, bitch. I invest my hustle." He said, "Sir, I am the manager here and I'm asking you to leave." I said, "Well, you look like you couldn't even manage your way through your GED program, yet you still go to high school parties, so..." So we ended up going to another hotel, but not before I got both of their names and I called corporate, bitch. I just got off the phone, and Dylan got transferred to another hotel, but is no longer a manager.
Cat TV!
You guys, it's too early for this.
This is Kicks! Back up!
Any luck breaking in?
Dad! Hey! Oh no, I was just fixing it!
I see.
Can you shut up?
You guys stop. Frog, pause. Think about what you're doing. You really want to do that? I told you to stop.
Stop!
Get off my legs and stop slow-mo biting your brother's butt. This is so weird.
Hey, Newt, I set up a play date. This is Harold the Skinless Cat.
I have heard a lot about you. My name's Harold. I have no skin.
All right, you two have fun.
Dang, it's fucking cold. Maybe we should snuggle up and stay warm. Honey, what do you say?
I'm good.
I'll give you $1 if you kiss me.
All right.
Wow, you're a good kisser.
Nope, bad idea.
So ever since the price of eggs went up, my chickens have been acting really strange.
All right.
You know what I think is so wild? I found this. I just found this outside one day.
It was 4 years ago to this very day. I was out for my evening strolls as I do. Oh, I love those evening strolls. When out of nowhere the beast that is referred to as Sharon snatched me up and has held me prisoner in this incubation of a room every day since. I find myself meowing at the bedside window, for one day I shall be reunited with my family, my little Timmy, my wife Gabriella.
You've probably never heard of this place, but there's really only one thing you need to know about it. There's mountains on this side and mountains on that side. On this side, we got the Rockies. Rockies are really big. It's where all the hippies live. And on this side, we got the Appalachians, which are slightly less really big, where all the other hippies live. Do you know that the Appalachian Mountains were once the size of the Rockies? Yeah, probably. Too bad, because I'm going to tell you about it anyway. In geologic terms, the process of mountain building is called an orogeny. If you refer to a mountain range as an erogenous zone, you're never allowed to speak in this classroom ever again. Now, the orogeny that formed the Appalachian Mountains happened a really, really long time ago. The birth of the Appalachian Mountains was about 450 million years ago. Since I only have 90 seconds, I'm only going to talk about the biggest one. The African and European plate collided with North America about 300 million years ago, creating everyone's favorite supercontinent, Pangaea. This collision deformed the crust so much that it formed this, the Central Pangean Mountain Range, illustrated here in this hilarious map that for some reason has only the state of West Virginia on it. Now this mountain range would have been enormous, with estimates putting it between the height of the Rocky Mountains and the Himalayas. But like all good erogenous zones, it wasn't built to last. As the Atlantic Ocean rifted apart, the Pangean Mountain Range was left abandoned, and it stopped growing and slowly started eroding. This breakup was messy, and the European and African plates actually took some of the Appalachian Mountains with them, meaning that the mountains in Greenland, the Scottish Highlands, Caledonian Mountains, and the Little Atlas Mountains are all part of the Appalachian Mountain Range. So why are the Rockies so much bigger? Well, the orogeny that made the Rockies only happened about 70 million years ago, so they just haven't had as much time to erode. Well, Milo, that doesn't seem like all that long. Well, I hate to break it to you, but our tiny, itty-bitty, insignificant human lifespans are not nearly enough to comprehend the sheer magnitude of horror that takes place on this planet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So I got a call from my son's school telling me that I need to come pick him up because he was busted flipping off his teacher and walking out of the classroom. So I drive on over to the school, not sure whether this is a prank or if my son actually did this. I wouldn't be surprised either way, right? I get to the school, go into the little secretary office, see my son waiting outside of the principal's office, just sitting there. I walk up to Alex and I tell him, dude, if this is a prank, you need to tell me now because I'm about to walk into that office and yell at your principal because I know who you are as a kid. You're not that type of kid who just goes and flips off a teacher and walks outside the classroom with no legitimate reason. No, Dad, it's not a prank. I walk into the principal's office, look at him and say, all right, go ahead and tell your part of the story before I pull my son in here and I absolutely tear you guys a new one. Mr. Pratt, I need you to calm down, take a seat. Alex, come on in. Alex comes in, takes a seat, and the principal just gets right to it. Mr. Pratt, this is very simple. Your son flipped off a teacher and walked outside of the classroom. That is in no way, shape, or form acceptable. Is there a context to this story or what? It doesn't matter, Mr. Pratt. What your son did was completely unacceptable and will not be tolerated. All right, Alex, how about you talk now? You tell me why you flipped off a teacher and you walked outside the classroom. So I got to class, I'm there for like 15 minutes, and I tell the teacher, hey, I need to go to the bathroom. The teacher tells me, no, somebody already went, you're gonna have to wait. So when the kid finally came back, I asked if I could go. Okay, and? She told me to hold it until the end of the lesson. That seems a little unfair. Yeah, so I held it as long as I could until I felt like I was gonna explode. So I told her it was an emergency and I really had to go to the bathroom. And what did she say? She told me, well, you can hold it longer. And I stood up and I said, no, I'm going to the bathroom right now. She said, no, not without a hall pass, and I'm not giving you a hall pass. So this is where you flipped her off and walked outside the room? Kinda. What do you mean, kinda? I may have said, here's your hall pass, and then flipped her off. Well, sir, I think you're right. This is pretty much an open and shut case. The teacher was in the wrong. I understand what you're saying, Mr. Pratt, but his actions are still not acceptable. All right, well, what ridiculous punishment is he gonna get? Relax, Mr. Pratt. We're not pirates over here. We're not gonna make him walk the pranks. Okay, wait. What did you just say? We're not gonna make him walk the plank. No, you said pranks. Maybe I misspoke, but he is going to receive a 2-day suspension. This is ridiculous, but all right, let's go, Alex. Hold on, Mr. Pratt. Did you park in school property? Do you need me to validate your pranking? You motherfucker. Alex is on his way to his barber. Something tells me not everything is going to go according to plan. Alex has his contacts. I have mine. Don't fuck with the master of pranks. Hey, buddy. How'd it go?
You think that's funny? Wait till you see what happens next.
So a lot of you guys know that Alex and I are in a prank war. And recently, Alex got his school to prank me. And I swore my revenge. Now, Alex is one of those kids who is just obsessed with his hair. He loves his hair. Everything has to be perfect in the morning. Every hair has to be in place. And well, I've known for about 3 or 4 days now that Alex made an appointment with his barber. Yeah, I know his barber, and his barber loves my TikToks. So I made a call. Oh my God, Quinn, you didn't tell his barber to intentionally fuck up his hair, right? That is so crossing the line. Relax. No, I would never do that to my son. See, what had happened was, my wife took my son to his barber appointment and he sat down in the chair and he started getting his haircut as normal. During his haircut, all Alex hears is, oops. Alex looks back and sees the barber is just holding a huge chunk of hair. And y'all, this kid lost his fucking mind. He starts yelling and screaming and cussing out his barber. The boy is on the verge of tears. The barber looks at Alex and says, dude, relax, it's just hair. It'll grow back. Don't be a fucking Karen. It took him a couple of seconds, but it clicked in. From what I was told, the entire barbershop was laughing and they thought that was just absolutely hilarious. However, I'm a little bit nervous because Alex did say, watch what happens next when he came home. All right, let's see what happens. Well, y'all, my son has done it. He's gotten me back. And he's done so, well, in my opinion, in the most inconvenient, fucked up way possible. So we all know about Jehovah's Witnesses and the inconvenient times that they like to come over. But did you know you could legitimately just sign up to have these witnesses come over to your house? Oh yeah. And there's absolutely no limit on how many times you can request them to come over. And did you know, because I didn't know this, but there is a group called Early Rising Witnesses. You wanna guess what they do? They'll come to your house first crack of dawn. So at about 4:30 this morning, I was getting knocks and the doorbell was ringing. And this has been going on non-stop all day. And some of them are just unnecessarily aggressive. Let's take my last visit, for example. They knocked on the door, I answered the door and I'm like, hi, how are you? Hi, sir, we are... Let me guess, you're Jehovah's Witnesses come to spread the good news. You're absolutely correct. Listen, I have no problem with your faith, you do you, but this was all just a prank by my son. Well, Jehovah works in mysterious ways. Maybe it was meant for him to call us for this prank just so you could hear the good news. No, my son's just an asshole. Well, sir, with that kind of language, I'm not surprised that we were called. Look, I understand that you were just doing what you were set out to do and you were scheduled to come here. People told you to come here, but I'm telling you right now, this is just a prank by my son. I mean, I have a get fucked Karen brand, for Christ's sake. Believe me, I'm not the one for you guys. Well, maybe it's time for a rebranding. Listen, and please understand, I'm not trying to tick off the big guy up there or anything like that, but this is just, it's not for me. Well, that's the beautiful part, sir. Anybody can be a Jehovah's Witness. It's for everyone. All right, that's it. Hail Satan. Sir, you don't mean that. I never used to. I never thought I would say that, but right now, I'm highly considering it. Please just go. I'm done. I'm sorry, but this is over. Goodbye. Fuck this kid.
Oh, he's here again. Who? The guy that comes in every day and just complains about everything. Oh, it's too early for this. Not today. How can I help you? Large coffee and a croissant. Great. And can you have somebody turn off the AC? It's always freezing in here. I don't control the AC. Well, can you at least don't control the music either? I am the customer. Don't you dare interrupt me. Remember when you came in yesterday and yelled at Marie because your coffee was too sweet? It was too sweet. You put the sugar in yourself, dumbass. And I've thought about your little AC problem, and I think I figured it out. Buy a Coke. Yeah. And then there's the music. What about it? You tell me. You're the one that complains about it all the time. Think you can do better? Bring your own guitar and sing your f***ing heart out. Do you have any idea who you're talking to? Everybody's least favorite customer? What? I have a coffee for crybaby Brad.
I'm gonna run through your shit. I'm gonna run through your shit, Cali style.
I'm gonna run through your shit, Cali style. I'm gonna run through your shit, Cali style. Yo, you are a bitch. We don't do this in California.
Let me grab my shit. Take my Jordans off, yo.
And what you gonna do about it?
Alright, take my Jordans off.
What you gonna do about it?
Take my Jordans.
What you gonna do about it? I'll steal your ass. What are you gonna do about it? California.
Come steal me outside, then.
Exactly. Outside. I'm not going outside.
Cool.
Exactly. You put your hands on women? Because the Crips don't fuck with that.
Can you take my Jordans off?
No, actually, they're not yours.
Where you coming from?
They're not yours.
Where you coming from?
You really think you're big and bad, though, right? This is why California.
You're trying to shit on me right now, and I'm trying to look out for you. You ain't got to wear the motherfucker.
I don't.
I don't know if you do or not. You want to find somewhere new?
What's my name?
I don't.
What's my name? Exactly. You don't even know my name.
How you get them sneaks?
Exactly. Google me, bitch. Google me, bitch.
Come on.
Google me, bitch. You want to stunt in front of the niggas? Stunt. Keep on stunting. That's what y'all niggas do in Delaware.
You stunting with my sneaks.
I'm from California. We don't talk to women like this. Crips don't respect that shit. So do what you gotta do, and I gotta call who I gotta call. Do what you gotta do, and I'm gonna call who I gotta call. Because if you think you're taking the shoes off my feet in front of me, you got me all the way fucked up.
You were calling me game, right?
Leo told you, you fuck with game, the right? Pisces and an Aries, I'm gonna snap. If you want me to snap.
You know I'm a Pisces.
Exactly. Keep fucking with me, and I'm gonna snap. So go ahead. Try to take these shoes off my feet, my nigga. Try to take them.
Alright. So how you gonna get your bag and shit?
Yo, running through your shit, making a couple calls and running through your shit.
Doing my shit, I'm gonna air everybody the fuck up.
Alright, good for it.
I'm gonna air everybody the fuck up.
Threat or a promise?
See you when you get over there.
Bye.
Right, what's got... Oh, look at all that snow. What's that gonna... What's that do? There's a sheet under it, so you still keep the shape of the roof. I would stand under that and let it explode in my face. I mean, what? What?
All right. I'm going to fuck y'all up with some shit on this one. All right. This is the Urbano Monte map from 1587. Excuse me. North Pole. No ice. No ice around any of these areas, okay? There's North America, South America, Africa, India, Russia, China. Okay, so very similar to this map. North America, South America, Africa, India, China, Russia. Okay? Only thing different, Australia. There is no Australia here because it hasn't been discovered yet. This is 1587. Australia wasn't discovered until 1606. So that's why that's not there. But my main question is, if this is a globe flattened out and this is on the bottom, right? What the fuck is this? There's no ice on it. And guess what? Antarctica hadn't been discovered yet. Antarctica was discovered in 1820. And if you look, oh look, there's an alligator. There's a camel. Warm weather animals. So, you want to explain to me, first thing, what the hell is this? All this land. And second thing, what froze them? What happened between 1587 and 1892 where those areas got frozen?
Let's dispel some myths. Historical notes! We all know this bird, Rhaphis cucullatus, also known as the dodo, formerly located on the Mauritius Islands east of Madagascar, and officially going extinct in 1662. Now, dodos, for the most part, were really doing well on that island. Before the introduction of man, they were having the time of their lives. No predators, no threat, just jiving. And they all lived in peace until the Dutch came. The Dutch made a small harbor settlement, and all went to hell. Now, most of us grew up learning that the dodo was so fucking stupid that it would not run away from the threat of the Dutch, who apparently hunted and ate them to extinction. Except that's not really the case. Yes, dodos were eaten, but that wasn't the reason of their extinction. There were multiple reasons. You see, when human civilization settles in an area, it can really fuck up an ecosystem. With human ships came rats that ate the eggs of the dodo. And with human settlement came domesticated animals that would hunt the dodo. But these guys weren't the big culprits. These fuckers were. Pigs. Ravenous pigs. And pigs not only killed the dodos, but outcompeted them for food source. And the real big thing that killed the dodos was deforestation. Now it's true, dodos could not protect themselves from predators because they never had to deal with predators. But they had to deal with life-threatening torrential storms. And without the forest, they couldn't find coverage. And a lot of them died when a storm hit. So did the dodos die off because of their own stupidity? No. Did they go extinct because of human intervention? Absolutely. So next time you think about the dodo or see a dodo, don't think of it as an animal that couldn't adapt, that died off. But think of it as a lesson of how much human intervention can fuck up an ecosystem. Ultimately, kill off species that have existed for millions of years prior.
Here's to another day of outward smiles and inward screams. You think anyone would notice if I used propofol as creamer? Kinda wanna stick this pen up my ass. Code blue? More like code who gives a fuck. Am I allowed to sign out AMA or is that strictly a patient thing? I was secretly hoping to get into an accident on the way here so I wouldn't have to come in. I should be a hooker. We work the same hours. If I have to touch his penis one more time, I am ripping it off. Living the dream. The patient's walking back from the parking lot. Quick, lock the doors. What if we just left a bowl of painkillers out front like Halloween candy? You think they'll go away? For fuck's sakes, another one? I'm getting so drunk tonight. Hey, do me a favor. Hold this alcohol wipe over my mouth until I pass out. If I catch COVID and die, I won't have to go to work.
But you make me kinda nervous. You do that